Welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday again, and it's time to woohoo! A simple strategy that we use to take the focus away from finding problems and looking at the negative to shifting that focus to the positive. And so we're back again. A happy Wednesday again. I'm Liz Green, and I have a few woohoos for the week. Last week, my woohoo was that the Wisconsin Badger volleyball team was going to the Final Four. Well, guess what? National champion Wisconsin Badger volleyball. It was a remarkable weekend of sport, and congratulations to Louisville and Nebraska. And I'm missing one. Can't think of it. But just fabulous volleyball all across the weekend, and first national championship for the Wisconsin Badgers. So that was very, very exciting. And both of our daughters are back home now from college, so it's starting to feel a lot like Christmas, which is exciting, and another woohoo. So woohoo Badgers, woohoo Christmas. But here's the thing I wanted to really talk about today. Is that not everybody is feeling the holiday spirit this year. And whether that's the holiday spirit for Christmas or the New Year or before when it was Hanukkah, there are people who have experienced loss or are having a hard time in the just the challenge of everyday life is muting that end of the year holiday spirit. And I know what that's like. When the girls were 5, my husband's father passed away. So right before the holidays, and we needed to figure out how to make that work because, our girls were 5, so we still needed to have Christmas, even though Clay and I really didn't feel like it that year. And we did develop some things that allowed us to make that transition from grief to being able to be in the holidays, not feel guilty about enjoying some of that experience, even though we were still very, very sad. And I did write a blog post about that. And if you go to the book website, stressproofyourlife.com, that's my big website. You can find my blog there as well. And it has a description of what we put together for Grandpop's Day in order to really acknowledge that sadness and that loss and transition into experiencing the holidays. I'm not going to say that they were exactly the same as they always were. We were still very sad, but it allowed us to actually experience those holidays in a better way. I have a couple of other tips for if you're just kind of not feeling it this year. And there's a lot going on. I could, maybe the holidays just don't look like they have in the past, and that's okay. Here are some things that have helped me in the past. First is behaving your way to success. One of my favorite tips, which is also in the book, is sometimes just going through the motions of the activity that would be part of that experience gets you there. You go through the motions, you put up some decorations, you put on the Christmas music, you go through the motions until you kind of get momentum and it starts to be more internally motivated as opposed to I'm just going through the motions. That can get that sort of holiday spirit pump going. Again, I'm not saying it's going to be exactly the same, but if you're lagging and wondering how to enjoy this period of time, that's a good strategy. The other thing that I wanted to share is that giving yourself some grace, practicing that self-kindness is a real gift at this period of time. And there can be a lot of comparison of our lives versus the lives of other people we see around, whether that's the beautifully photographed families in the Christmas cards and Christmas newsletters that come to the house, and sometimes you start feeling a little less than, or if this was a hard year, then that is well-intentioned, but it stings a little bit when it comes in. So whether you're experiencing that, or because of circumstance or time constraints, or just not feeling it, you're not doing some of the things that you normally would do during this holiday, even if those are things that you enjoy, it's okay. And giving yourself the grace to say, that's just not going to happen this year. Typically, we are pretty big holiday bakers, but because we went to the Final Four and one of our daughters just got back from college yesterday, we haven't done our typical holiday baking. One of those things is a holiday cookie that takes like 3 days to make. That's not happening this year. We're probably going to do a little bit of baking just because it's one of those things that's one of the motions that we go to that makes it feel like Christmas. So we'll do that. But I'm letting go of the guilt of not everybody's going to get the same sort of holiday package that they have in the past from us. We're probably not going to go out and bring cookies to our neighbors. It's okay. It's a year that's not going to happen. And rather than dwelling in what I feel like I should be doing, I'm really going to focus on the things that we're going to choose to do. If you know me, you know that I in the past have put up to 18 Christmas trees up. We do not have 18 Christmas trees up this year. And that's okay. We're choosing the ones that are meaningful to us to put up and going with that. So if you're feeling or not feeling the holidays this year, give yourself a little grace that it's okay to choose whatever works for you this year. Maybe think about going through some of the emotions, seeing if that is helping that holiday spirit bubble up. And most importantly, let's not dwell on the shoulds and what other people's expectations or even your expectations of yourself might be, and just choose the things that are going to work for you this year. Those are my thoughts for this week. We'll be back again next week on Wednesday for another woohoo. You can find us at woohoowednesday.com. That's the website where you find all of these episodes. You can also find us live on Facebook at woohoowednesday.live. You can also find us on YouTube at woohoowednesday.video. That's a lot. I hope you have a woohoo for the day. Share it with somebody you care about. Get their woohoo too, and we'll see you next week. Until then, I wish you low stress and great success.